I did it. I beat the Shiny Badgelocke. But I haven't beaten the game yet. I've done 2 challenges with this game, but I haven't had the credits run. We're going all the way to the end of Area 0, meaning I need to defeat the Elite Four, Arven, Penny, and Nemona. Yeah, I'm unlocking every single Pokemon in the reserves. Blue Streak, Corviknight, El Santa II, Hell's Fury, and Smirking Devil. And don't forget Tomato. Training them up meant slaughtering Chanseys by the dozen. Even managed to add one to the party. Dancing Queen. Alright, we need to take these battles in a very specific order if I don't want to overlevel. So we start with the Clive battle. Clive battle. I decided to use a similar idea to the last few battles. I am gonna mess up the field. Toxic spikes, more of them! Even get a layer of stealth rocks out there, and then just hop away. I needed tons of switches in this battle because it just kept yawning. On the plus side, no damage. On the bad side, took forever. Eventually, he attacked Edmund instead of yawning, so I did some big damage, then you turned on out of there. It's a little annoying, yes, but that means I can effectively force out whichever Pokemon I want next. I think we'll do Obama Snow so I can get an easy kill with my ×4 damage from Arcanine. Granted, I missed, so recoil damage was what actually claimed it. Houndoom? Nothing personal, kid. Oh, he's still got HP. Oh no. Oh no, Edmund! The next fight was kind of hilarious because I sent in Smirking Devil against Poltergeist and used Beat Up. It's a dark type move that hits once for each Pokemon in your party, but the thing is, Poltergeist has this little ability where every hit lowers its defense while sharply raising its speed, so each successive hit just got ridiculously more powerful. Now, Among Us doesn't get poisoned by the spikes, but my lizard has corrosive. That right there, that is the only reason I spent 20 hours wandering a cave, just so I could poison something that I had no right poisoning. Cool, I'm gonna bounce and let you fight Tomato. It is built like a tank, has leech seeds so it can use its foe's energy to stay alive forever. It outlasted the shroom and then it seeded the duck. It uses ice spinners, but no! Whatever. It's got the seeds combined with the... Why isn't he toxided? I get the ice spinner would have destroyed those, but... whatever. Should be fine with the leech seeds. Send in Phi. He's got that spiky shield, and we should be able to outlast him. Okay, it failed, but thanks to the leech seeds, I should... Why wasn't he poisoned? Wow. 3 deaths. These final fights are gonna be rough. Especially the Elite Four, especially Rika. Oh my gosh, I have so many Pokemon and no answers to ground types. Especially ground types with rock moves. Like, the closest thing I have is Andrea. I can teach her Giga Drain, but how far will that really take me? Well, if I abuse Calm Mind, and Agility, and Protect, and Leftovers, far enough. Far enough indeed. Look, I'm really proud of the quality of my last 2 videos on Pokemon games, but near the end of both of them, I spammed the ever-loving heck out of stat boosters, and I don't want my video to consist of that anymore, okay? For the sake of a more interesting video, no more of that. Like, maybe a move or 2, but certainly no more sweeps. And with that said, Garchomp will now sweep Poppy, but no stat boosts. Also, I have El Santa II start the battle. Honestly, I might have done more switches if the Copperjaw didn't leave pointy rocks all over the field. Seriously, that's annoying. But I did choose Garchomp as my starter over a month ago for this fight and this fight alone. I need something that outspeeds that thing, and heaven willing, kills it as well. Good riddance. Now, I planned very carefully for Rika and Poppy, but not much further past that point, and it's about to become painfully clear. Yeah, Larry! Now, we don't have to worry about the Tropius. He's got ×4 vulnerability to a flying attack. We send in Barney for the Staraptor and clip its wings. Now we got Altaria, and after a Ruby Nuzlocke, we know to go hard against this thing. And you know, we should be able to OHKO the Oricorio as well. Awesome! Flamigo. Okay, you know what? Weavile's speed is awesome. I can probably kill it in 1 hit. I couldn't. Grin on in heaven, Smirking Devil. Alright, Lance, or Drake, or Trance, I don't know, Elite Four Dragon Person! first one is always easy. You don't have to sacrifice tempo to choose the perfect Pokemon. Did have to sacrifice it for a good freeze dry, but that's one more down. Now, for Hell's Fury to be unleashed. And a quick question. Why did I make this noise? Oh, wow. I hope mine kills. Uh-oh. 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 I'm sorry, Hell's Fury. I thought that was gonna go better. That was an unfortunate loss, but I have my own pseudo-dragonary for it. You got the speed, right, Rhodes? You gotta promise me you got the speed. You don't have... Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. I forgot to re-equip a Dragon-type move. I mean, no problem for a nearly dead Haxorus, but man, amateur hour! I mean, I brought in Dancing Queen for a free tempo reset, had Andrea kill the Flapple, and then damage Braxcalibur. Unfortunately, she didn't dodge the Icicle Crash, so I had to choose which Pokemon to live without. Not my favorite game to play, but ultimately, if I need a rock, I've got Tamatoa's mascot. Sorry, Barbecue, but it looks like you're cooked. Then Rhodes finishes it, but how did I forget a Dragon-type move? Who does that? Okay, I have lost 4 Pokemon, but the good news about the champion is that she has 6 different Pokemon. I can easily choose a counter pick for each one. The only thing that could possibly go wrong is that if I sent in a Pokemon that boosted its stats, and it did this knowing full well that that ostrich had Opportunist. Twice. Murdered my bird, scratched that, murdered both of my birds, and then I lost my 3rd one to the Daimyo. Raina can use a fighting move, and I wouldn't have had to lose El Santa II if I just used a real fighting move instead of Flying Press. Geeter's response to Scissor was Avalugg, and while it does hurt me, I don't feel like it was the best pick. But now I am left in the horrific situation of needing to let everyone die. Raina didn't outspeed the next Pokemon. And while Tiger Blood did take down the next 2 Pokemon, I felt like I had to give his life so Garachomp could have a clean entrance. No doubt Tiger Blood saved this run, but dang, I don't care how much fanfare you get after defeating the Elite Four. Knowing that once I gain control of my character, I need to deposit 5 Pokemon just leaves me feeling sick. I am left with 7 Pokemon. I had 18 for each of the badges, plus an additional 9 Pokemon, and dang it, I whittled it down to this. At this point, I checked my map. There's probably not much, but if there's anything decent, I'll try it, and Dondozo? I love it shiny. Okay, so he took 40 minutes, and I saw my big yellow whale, but alright, it's time for those final battles. So, while Penny and Arven both have level 63s as their final Pokemon, Penny has 5 level 62s, while Arven starts at level 58 and then just ramps it up from there. I think Barney will be able to do some awesome work if I give him Focus Blast, when he actually manages to land a hit. The biggest problem with Arven is that his Pokemon actually have great move pools to cover their weaknesses, but pre-planning can help. Send in Richard to Durgle the Garnackle, and then we see if we can tank the Power Whip, which is good because this is the only member of my team who's packing ice moves. Then we can switch out for Skullvillain. I would have liked to have sent my bird out, but somebody left Stealth Rocks out all over the stage. I mean, an electric bird, Stealth Rock, that would have done like 200% of its health, so Arcanine comes out instead. I got lucky enough to absorb a fire move, so I decided that even though it's got slight resistance to fire, it's also weak to it, and they just boosted me. Big damage and extreme speed. Now Cloyster comes out and lets Andrea do Calm Mind a couple of times. Andrea's in a bit of a pinch. It looks like it might cry. What's with the guilt trip? Fine, Andrea, kill the clam and get out of there. I wouldn't want you to break down on me. Alright, so now the puppy that worried you for over a year, that had you go on a grand quest to save it. And the first thing that Arven says to me is, yo, how about you have your dragon bring down devastating seismic activity on it? Do you think I care? I really don't, Arven. Now on to Penny. Higher levels, but she has a much worse move pool. Each Mon wastes 2 slots on Baby Doll Eyes and Quick Attack, and sometimes she wants to do that instead of taking the kill shot. By all means, Penny, You go, girl. I take down the Umbreon with Focus Blast, and then she goes to Flareon. Yeah, the other problem with the evolutions is they have the moves that you'd expect. If I send in Clive, the only thing that she has the tools to fight are things that are weak to fire. You can't expect a Flareon to beat a Decapod. Vaporeon, send back in Barney. Oh, Hydro Pump. Okay, this kind of annoys me because I would never use Hydro Pump because 85% accuracy misses. It didn't miss. Oh, I mean, it missed twice on Dondozo, but when it mattered the most, it cost me a Legacy Recruit. Wow. All the way back to the 4th badge. After that is Jolteon. Whoa, I don't know if I have any answers for Jolteon. I guess I could try this guy. And Carmen was recruited to deal with grass types? That's a grass type. Salazzle comes in and does Toxic. She does take a fair amount of damage from Sylveon, but she escapes. And then Dondozo just comes in and kills her with a waterfall. He has been a wonderful addition to the team. Alright, one more trainer. And I think I have a Pokemon ability because I am absolutely shuddering. So I fly down to challenge Nemona, and she starts off with that wolf while I start off with my starter. Won't be much help against her cat, but the Earthquake shakes the wolf right out. Next, she sends in Goodra, and while the Ice Beam would be devastating to Rhodes, it merely glances off Richard, whose high HP pool and low speed make Avalanche an amazing move. Huh, it didn't kill. Oh well! Order up! Now Palmo. I send in Andrea to meet a double shock. What the heck? Is that like double wing beat? No, it just hit once. Let's look this up real quick. What the frick? So if a Terrorized Palmo used this move, it would become typeless. Yeah, it literally used all of its electricity. Well, Psychic can still absolutely Durgle a fighting type. Now Earthworm comes in, and I do some trickery. I switch to Carmen, just so I can get a clean switch to Rhodes. That didn't happen though, it used Iron Tail both times. But then I bit him with fire, and then the last bit of his HP was taken away by Rocky Skin and Rough Helmet. Then to Dunsparce, which I have close combat on Arcanine for, but oh no, he didn't die. And he drilled a clean hole through Old Yeller's skull. But extreme speed solves that problem, lickety-split. Alright, Meowscarada. We send in Carmen. Oh, she used Shadow Claw, but barely anything. Alright, check this out. I Terastallize and hit it with a... Arven! Ooh! Worst of all, I only have like one Pokemon that outspeeds him, and I definitely don't want him taking a critical hit, super effective move to the dome. It's guesswork, but I think if I let Rhodes or Old Yeller die, the other one can pick up the slack. I just can't let my starter die.
No, Mama. He was my dog. I'll do it.
With Meowscarada's new HP bar, I sent in Garchomp, hoping and praying that I outsped it. But I didn't. But Play Rough didn't kill me, so I chopped its stupid head off! Okay, so I am down to 5 Pokemon and heading into Area 0. I don't get Area 0. So you go down into Maiden Abyss with Mommy Issues, Cybercriminal, and Yandere Simulator over here. They have like 4 mandatory fights with one Pokemon that's a lower level than Nemona's weakest Pokemon. And they're all double battles, and you're the one with the 2 Pokemon. I mean, there's one point where there are 3 back-to-back battles, but they heal you between all 3, so I don't get these, man. Who really cares about Area 0? It is weird down here, man. You got Jigglypuff floating around like he did in his Ocarina of Time appearance. Oh, also, I did find a shiny down here. Oh, is that shiny? Then forgive me if I mistake it. You know, I've seen over 40 straight days of YouTube shorts, and I just kind of assumed that was the natural color of a Dunsparce, but this does give me an idea. Finding and evolving a shiny Dunsparce today because I found one. Oh, we're going to the evolution realm for this one. Ah, dang it. I know there was only a 1% chance, but can you imagine how funny that would be? Okay, clear away the obstacles, and now plan for the final fight. So I put a phenomenal amount of time into planning this fight, and I believe that I can make it if when the time comes, I'm willing to make one sacrifice. The first Pokemon I learned a fighting type move because Sada's starter is ×4 weak to it. I'm kinda surprised it didn't kill, but I'm really upset because the second move missed. But then she held on so I wouldn't feel sad? What? Really, Catherine? I've only had you for a little over an hour and you're maxed out on friendship. Well, you know what? Since I got robbed of my second hit, I'll take it. Now Screamtail comes screaming in, so I send in Richard. He's had a great steel move this whole time, and honestly, with his tankiness and protect, I decided to check how effective Avalanche is. Okay, not too much, but you know what is effective? A giant wall made of steel. Squish. Fluttermane is next, and with a skillful switch to negate the Thunderbolt, all I need to do is tank the Shadow Ball and respond with a devastating Shadow Claw. Next up might have been a little bit of a misplay. I switched in Cloth because he was my only Pokemon with a Bug-type move, but the problem is I switched him into a Giga Drain. I still let the attack fly because it was ×4 effective, which wasn't enough. Sorry, bud, looks like you're going to Cloth Hell a little earlier than expected. Then I sent in Rose, just to take down this. And so I can also Earthquake the Sandy Magneton, can't remember its name. And now for my plan that makes it so I don't wipe. Megan told me to overlevel for this battle, but I knew that I could develop a plan. With one mandatory casualty, I can save everyone else. So out comes the big ol' Salamence. And honestly, I read the item's description. I thought it was going to maximize its attack. So my plan was built around that. One sacrifice. All right, Catherine, shine bright for us. This allows for the clean switch into Salazzle, but she's outsped by Dark Moon. But she has a Focus Sash, as well as Toxic.
I win.
Every Pokemon has Protect. Shield the Blow. Switch into the big buff fishy. He uses Protect. And then I have his Dragon Claw turn into nothing against Andrea's fairy body. And with that, I declare the Shiny Badgelocke complete. Oh yeah, of course there is the credit song.
I can't apologise, it was bloody Ed Sheeran.
Arven!